I lace up my running shoes and step into the brisk New York morning. The city awakens with its usual chaos, horns blaring, coffee carts steaming, and hurried footsteps echoing against concrete. But my morning run, that's my sanctuary. As I jog through Central Park, something catches my eye. A fellow runner passes by and I notice a strange design on their shoes. Something about it seems familiar. I can't place it, but I've seen it before. Probably nothing. Yet, over the next few days, I start noticing it more and more. It isn't just the shoes. It's the runners themselves, their timing, their movements, the way they cross paths with me. It feels deliberate, synchronized. Curiosity grips me. I start taking notes, tracking locations, times, routes. Then one evening, I zoom out on my running app and see something chilling. A heat map of my usual paths forms a web, an intricate, organized pattern. Too structured to be random, too intentional to ignore. I tell myself I'm imagining things, that I'm seeing patterns where none exist, but the more I stare, the more undeniable it becomes. Somehow I've become part of something bigger, a puzzle assembling itself around me. One evening, I stop mid-run, staring at my phone. The waypoints on my running app have shifted, just slightly, but I know I didn't move them. You see them too, don't you? I spin around, startled. A man stands nearby, tall, confident, his shoes marked with the same pattern I've been tracking. "I'm Marcus," he says. "I run here too." He chuckles awkwardly, then glances at my screen. "You've noticed it, haven't you? The way it all aligns?" He angles his phone toward me. His heat map is different from mine, but when we overlay them, they fit together, perfectly, like puzzle pieces finally clicking into place. "What the hell?" I whisper. Marcus looks at me, his expression unreadable. "It's a signal," he says, "a message maybe, but from who?" Together we study the map. Our paths, and those of countless others, all seem to circle a single point in Central Park, a small empty clearing that none of the runners ever cross. Sunday evening, Marcus and I go to the clearing. Others are already there, silent, watchful, clutching their phones. Their faces mirror the same bewildered curiosity I feel. The clearing itself is ordinary, just grass, trees, nothing remarkable. Yet we all feel it, an invisible pull, a strange collective anticipation. We stand in an uneven circle as if guided into place. No one dares move, no one speaks, but we all feel it. A chill runs through me, my skin prickles. Something is happening, something inevitable, and then the silence swallows us whole. The weeks that follow are surreal. No matter how much we change our routes, the patterns persist. The web keeps growing, tightening. One night I receive the final message. Sunday 8 p.m. the usual spot. That night the clearing is the same, the runners are the same, the silence is the same. But something unseen shifts, and then just like that, it's over.
Editorial, The New York Times. Ghosts of Central Park, the disappearance no one is investigating. By David Kellerman, opinion columnist. 6 weeks have passed since the Central Park tunnel collapse, an incident that claimed multiple lives and left behind more questions than answers. Official reports remain scarce. Public interest has already begun to fade. But something isn't right. The collapse opened a deep sinkhole, swallowing a section of the park. Emergency crews found no survivors. Several bodies were recovered, but none were identified. No families came forward, no missing person reports, no fingerprints in the system. It was as if those who vanished never existed. Even stranger, no phone records from that night. Not one call, not one GPS ping, no digital footprint. These people, they weren't just lost. No, in my opinion, they were erased.